What's going on, guys? Welcome into Backroads and Ball Games. I'm your host, TJ Perry. Hope you've been doing great. Before we get into too much on this video, a lot of you last video, may have been 2 videos ago, reached out about my black Norman hat. This is the new clean white version. If you want either of those, I think they're both still available. May only have the white available. I know a red's coming soon. Hardatithatco.com. Hit my guy John and those guys up over there. They make a great hat. And they got other styles besides the Norman one. So hit them up over there. Hardatithatco.com. And you can order the white one. Like I said, I think the red one's coming soon. But appreciate those guys over there because I probably needed to do the video on this white one pretty quick because I'm not sure how long it's going to stay this clean. Hope you guys have been doing great. I'm fresh back from Myrtle Beach. Spent a week there. First time ever in the state of California. First time to Myrtle Beach. So we'll be talking about that this video. And while I was gone, Happy Gilmore 2 dropped on Netflix. And I've seen some bad reviews of it. I've seen some friends post on social media that didn't like it too much. And I got to say, I really enjoyed it. I went in with pretty low expectations. I wasn't expecting too much out of it. Part 1, obviously a classic. You're going to think of it differently because, you know, back in the 90s when it came out, you probably maturity level where you were at in your life was a little bit different, so you kind of embraced that movie a little bit differently. But I thoroughly enjoyed Happy Gilmore 2. I thought they did a good job with it. Were there some parts that were kind of out there a little bit? It's Adam Sandler. All his movies kind of have some parts that are out there a little bit. But the cameos I thought were awesome. I thought Bad Bunny was hilarious as the caddy in the movie. And I thought they wrapped it up pretty nicely with some of the passings and how they honored those guys and what they had to do to kind of fill those roles. I thought they did a great job with it. So I finally got to see that once we were back from Myrtle Beach. And sorry, you guys that are hammering it, I don't know what you were expecting. Go back and watch it again because it's funny. It had a lot of laugh out loud moments and thoroughly enjoyed it. Myrtle Beach, had a great time. Had a good time with the family. I will say Myrtle Beach, probably not one of my favorite places that I've been. There are other beach areas that we've been to that I like more. I'm glad I got to experience it. There were cool things about it. And the boardwalk, awesome. Old school beach town feel. The old school arcades, ice cream shops, a bunch of the stuff that they had on the boardwalk. Very cool to experience and get to walk around and kind of see that area. Was it Broadway at the beach, I think is what it was called, is if you've ever been to Disney Springs, an area like that, that's a little bit what Broadway at the lake is like. Kind of upscale shopping, lots of restaurants, lots of entertainment options, pop stroke. You can rent one of the, a jet ski boat that spins you around in the little lake and takes you out for like a 3-4 minute ride that charges you like $40-50 for 3 minutes and gives you like quick thrills and stuff. We didn't do any of that. But shows, outdoor stages, like I said, a lot of restaurants. We ate at Paula Deen's over there at Broadway at the beach, and that was awesome. Family-style restaurant, great food at Paula Deen's. So if you make it over there to Broadway at the beach, I recommend Paula Deen's for dinner. Get there a little early. The lines are long. It can be a long wait. We lucked out about the time that we went up there. We had about a 45-minute hour wait. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't too bad, but great spot. My favorite part, believe it or not, might have been a dive bar that we went to, the Bowery. Been open since 1944, the home of Alabama. Alabama kind of was their house band, was their house band for 7-8 years, like 1973 to 1980, kind of somewhere in there before they broke out and became Country Music Hall of Famers. So there's a lot of cool memorabilia in there that Alabama has donated over the years. It's kind of got the old school feel to it. A lot of old antique decorations and guitars and old school barbershop lights and different things that are in it. I had a great time at the Bowery just looking around, looking at all the Alabama memorabilia, reading about the history of it, seeing that they came up there. I had no idea about this place. And after I started looking into it, I'm like, how did I not know about it? So I thought that place was really cool. The beach was awesome. I will say this about the beach: it rained a lot while we were there, and that helped. It's the gold sand. And on the first couple of days we were there, heat indexes got up to around 110, 115 degrees. And that beach, the sand is unbelievably hot. Like, can't stand on it. Even when you're wearing shoes, got your flip flops on, and you're walking through the sand, if it just splashes up into your shoe, it lights you up. So be careful on the beach, is what I would recommend. Um, Pretty sandy, pretty rocky too. A lot of shells. It's rough on the feet, but beautiful area, beautiful beach. Um, we really enjoyed it. My son, big fisherman, did a lot of fishing off of Pier 14. In fact, he was there, I think, every day of the vacation, fishing off that pier for hours at a time. One beautiful place, if you get the opportunity while you're there, if you stay in Myrtle Beach, go down to Myrtle's Inlet. It is about 35-minute drive from the Myrtle Beach area. We went on a fishing excursion at Crazy Sister Marina. They did a great job. I would say there's about 40 people, 50 people on the boat. They take you out, and you can select different packages through them. I think ours was a sand bass fishing trip. Weren't too successful on the fishing trip. My kid was not too happy about that. He thought a lot of the rookies that did not know how to fish were in his way, causing problems, and it's why he didn't catch more. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know that anybody was pulling in a lot that day, unfortunately, but they did a great job. The crew, the Crazy Sister Marina employees, everybody that went out on the boat with us, everybody that was at the marina. Very cool, and it was not that expensive, so I would suggest that area. It's a beautiful area, and lots of good bars and restaurants in that area, a lot of good seafood, so check out the Myrtle's Inlet area. I will give one tip. If you go to Myrtle Beach, don't do what we did. We had a great room. We found this room on Airbnb and had great reviews. The pictures looked great and was the price that we wanted. And we went ahead and reserved it. And I didn't start looking into some things until a couple of days before we were going to go. And these Airbnbs are sometimes in these big hotels or resorts. And while you may get a great room, the building itself may not be great. The resort itself may not be great. We were not totally satisfied with the, I don't even know what to call the resort hotel that we were at. It was, while our room was great, and that's the main thing that matters, it was clean, well maintained. The people that hosted the Airbnb or the Verbo, whichever company we rented it through, were great and had a well maintained place. The building itself, not so much. Pretty run down, a lot of problems, some areas that really needed some work, and we didn't really look into that beforehand. I had been to some other areas that we had, rented a VRBO condo and kind of was not in the type of building that these were. So I was just expecting a nice room next to other rooms that looked similar. And while everything was kind of designed the same in the building, the people that owned the individual condos, and there were a lot more of them in this building. I think it was a 16-floor building, and was not kept in the way that our hosts kept their room. So research the actual building itself is going to be my number one suggestion with this thing. Would I go back to Myrtle Beach? Maybe. I would do things differently. We'll see. I don't know that we ever would. Some of the areas that we've been in Florida, or some things we've heard about Gulf Shores, or obviously the places we've been at in Mexico, I liked a lot more than the Myrtle Beach area. There are some areas that kind of got to watch out for, especially in the evening time. But all in all, it's not that bad. But compared to some other places that we've been, didn't love it as much. So that's kind of my quick review on it. Great food all around. One cool thing about it too. First night we got there, old school Piggly Wiggly right across from our room, and that may sound funny. I'm a sucker for old grocery stores. I love old grocery stores that have that old smell. It smells like I don't know. It's got a distinctive smell to these old style grocery stores. The Piggly Wiggly stuck out to me though too because I had not been in a Piggly Wiggly in I don't know 45 years, but my grandfather used to work in a Piggly Wiggly, and I remember going in there. He was a butcher at one, and we would take pictures with the Piggly Wiggly mascot. He would be in his white butcher's outfit, and here come Piggly Wiggly over, and we take a picture. I've got pictures and photo albums of me and my grandpa at Piggly Wiggly. So that's I was excited over a grocery store, over an old school Piggly Wiggly, which was run down. It was not well maintained, but it was awesome to go in there and say, tell Bronx about his great grandpa and my stories of what he would see as some demonic Piggly Wiggly mascot because that thing was creepy. When you look back on the pictures, I don't know how I wasn't terrified of it as a child. I guess because my grandpa worked there and I was in there a lot and saw the thing. But now I look back on it and the thing was creepy. It looks like straight out of a horror movie that Rob Zombie would direct or something. So the Bowery and Piggly Wiggly, two of the things I got most excited about on the trip, even though the trip was great. We had a fun time. But it's funny the things that, will hit you in your wheelhouse and you really enjoy. But if you get a chance to go, definitely stop by the Bowery, especially if you're a country music fan or if you love the group Alabama. It's just cool too. Like I said, it feels like you go back in time in this thing, like you're in a bar that's been, stuck in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and they preserve time. And it was really cool. Great home cut fries in that place. It's on their French fries are on the appetizer side of the menu. We went twice for the French fries and the Bowery in-house beer. Awesome. I wish it was sold elsewhere, but unfortunately, it was only sold at the Bowery. So go by there. Getting close to Sooner football, college football in general, and we'll start getting into a lot more of that once the season kicks off here in a few weeks. We don't have that much longer to go, so we'll catch you guys here coming up pretty soon. Appreciate you. If you haven't, click subscribe, like, comment in the video. I've had some other people reach out to me in some comments and stuff on some things that they want me to hit on in a couple of videos coming up that we will, specifically my radio career and how I got into that. So we'll talk about that and a few other things that people have hit me up on. So we'll get that coming up soon. Hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching Backroads and Ball Games.